stop him at the 21. So Alabama's offense will get the first possession of the game. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game. So who do you look for? The tight end. And there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
On second down, he'll fire. Looking down the middle. Got his man. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw it on first down. And he's got it inside the 25. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus. From the red zone, looking for a space. Fires downfield. Touchdown tie. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
So Illinois' offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. It's got to make a statement today.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, the inside give. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and manageable. Nice job getting the run, not only a positive run.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
A loss of 5 yards.
Illinois lining up to punt this one away.
Number 19 on to punt it away.
He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds.
I'm literally walking over to that guy. My man, thank you so much for saving my run. That could have been really, really bad. I could have been benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Steps away. He's going to take off. Open space at the 25. Running toward the tape. And he's finally down, sliding in safely after the huge pickup. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Back open in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll try to get the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Kind of in that in-between spot here. Long field goal. Can't really punt it from here, so they'll try to come. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. On target over the middle. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time he dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen on the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. He finds his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll throw it on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. At the 45, on his way. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a 1st down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. The play action fake. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? Wants to throw on 1st down. Buys a little time. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Pulls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Bama! What a catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Illinois offense returns to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to pass. Coming after it. The timing was just off with the freshman pass well behind him. One final play before the end of the quarter. He's looking for a man on second down. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but and the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Paula, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stopper.
And he's run just destroying his way through the field. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. After the flag, distance for a first down cut in half. They can really get aggressive on 1st and 5. Looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Here comes that Alabama offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. He's got a first set of downs.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce.
He uncorks one deep. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
He'll keep it himself. Fighting off the defender. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Trying to find his man on first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The defense scoops it up, and they're bringing it back. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. A QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on second down. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. He's got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to get to it. They're setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Going up top on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Looking for room, it's Morrison. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. They'll run it on the counter. At the 35, he's got room. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Illinois right back to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. And the pass hits, picked off. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Getting some heat. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
It's now second down.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Line getting set on second down. Quarterback will audible. He's looking for an open man on second down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? Unleashes one. Got it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad it. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown tie. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Morrison. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. On second down, he'll let it fly. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Dialing up a second down pass play. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And after that punt, that's where they'll mark it. It'll be just inside the 35-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's going to pass on second down. Throwing right. A strike downfield. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. They'll leave it with him. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
Brings up second down.
Right back to the well. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. He lets one fly deep. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. And he'll be ridden out of bounds, but not before a good pickup on that one. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Bama! And the route is on. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
42, Illinois, 7.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Hand off from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. He's got it. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. He'll come out throwing on first down. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Off play action on first down. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the pummeling has started. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Yeah.
And it's picked off. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Alabama! What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Set to kick off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
It'll be a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Here comes that Alabama offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on the schedule.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Slings it downfield. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Pocket starts to collapse. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. Offense getting set for first down. Looking for space. It's Morrison. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Wide receiver shows motion. Wants to throw on 2nd down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Quickly to the tight end. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? He sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big...
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Time to take a shot. Makes the catch. Touchdown Tide. And the punishment has been extended.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Line gets set, first down. He'll pull it on the read. At midfield, he's got room. Smashes through the tackle. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown Illini! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. Slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the tailback. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
I think in this situation, after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. On the run, still looking. Got out of trouble and throws. It's complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs, now out close to midfield. Fires on the move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. Let's go to the